What are the procedures for applying the Enterprise Registration Certificate for foreign investor in Vietnam? According to Vietnam's commitments under the framework of the WTO and EVFTA agreement, foreign investors are allowed to establish foreign invested enterprises to conduct business activities in Vietnam. However, the order and procedures for establishing enterprises for foreign investors must comply with the provisions of Vietnamese law. Accordingly, this process consists of two main steps: carry out the procedures for applying for the Investment Registration Certificate and carry out the procedures for applying for the Enterprise Registration Certificate. For investment registration, foreign investors must have an investment project, except in the case of establishing a creative startup small and medium-sized enterprise and an innovative startup investment fund under the Law on Business Support Small and Medium. Dossier for applying for the Investment Registration Certificate includes an application for issuance of the investment certificate. The investor's financial capacity report is prepared and responsible by the investor, an explanation of the ability to meet the conditions that the investment project must satisfy according to the provisions of law for the project in the field of conditional investment. The economic, technical explanation includes the following main contents: objectives, scale, investment location, investment capital, project implementation progress, land use demand, technological solutions and solutions, environmental legislation. Draft of the company's charter with full signatures of the legal representative, members or authorized representatives, members list, documents for verifying the investor's legal status, documents for verifying financial ability. The Investment Registration Authority respond to the application for the Investment Registration Certificate to the investor within 15 days from the date of receipt of a valid dossier. After being granted the Investment Registration Certificate, the foreign investor shall carry out the procedures to be granted the Enterprise Registration Certificate. In this step, the legal conditions are not as strict and complicated as the first step, but it also requires investors to prepare a number of papers and documents. Depending on the type of enterprise and the content of registration, the business registration subject needs to submit different types of documents under the requirements of the law. Investors can submit the dossier in person at the Business Registration Office or submit it online via the electronic network. The Business Registration Office shall issue the Enterprise Registration Certificate within 03 working days from the date of receipt of a valid dossier. In case the dossier is invalid or the name of the enterprise requested for registration is not in accordance with regulations, the Business Registration Office must notify in writing the contents that need to be amended, supplemented to the enterprise founder or the enterprise within 03 working days from the date of receipt of the dossier. It can be remarked that the two-step process creates obstacles for many foreign investors when establishing an enterprise in Vietnam. It has been suggested the legislator to consider shortening the order and reducing the number of documents that need to be submitted, and at the same time, promote the online procedures to save time and human resources. For efficiency in preparing documents, the client could engage a lawyer in Vietnam to assist carrying out procedures of setting up company and applying for investment and business certificate in Vietnam. ANT Lawyers is a law firm in Vietnam located in the business centers of Hanoi, Da Nang, and Ho Chi Minh City. We provide convenient access to our clients. Please contact us to book your time in advance to let us provide our best service. Call us at +84 28730866529 or send us email ant@antlawyers.vn.